Hello! Welcome to another episode of Know Your Fur, where we take a few minutes out of our day to get to know a random furry from the internet. Though the worlds and faces will change, the one thing that will always remain the same is meeting new people and making friends. So kick back, relax, and enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome back. We are joined by this lovely hyperactive doggo here. Why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, hello, I'm BiscuitFister. I do the stuff. I am a himbo. I'm a man, all right? Every day I wake up and I'm just like, my pant one leg at a time. Swear to God.
Why don't you tell us a bit about your persona species?
Okay, so I am. Oh, it's so weird. Normally a husky, but I also have a red panda that I absolutely adore, and I have been struggling with deciding if I'm going to stay a husky or just full bore go red panda. But I don't know. like, because like the husky. Oh, hand hello. Like the husky fits just because of the goob energy, right? But also at the same time, like I can like reach down, grab my big ass fluffy tail if I was a red panda and snuggle that, right? Like there's so many benefits to being a red panda that I'm like I want to be a red panda. But then like I don't know, but like husky's awesome too. I mean, look, I got the curl, I got hair, I got teeth, dog. I don't know, man. I don't know what to be anymore.
The cataclysm of choices.
Oh, I don't like choices. This is why I joined the army, so I didn't have to make any. They just tell me what to do, and I just sit there and just like, oh, okay, I do this now.
Have you considered mushing them together? Oh,
I think my hips want me to, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I have never actually thought about it. That's actually like such as like a smarter idea than me just sitting here constantly like, all right, what am I gonna be today? Am I gonna give red panda energy or am I gonna give goober energy? When I could just do both always. Oh fuck. Oh, I gotta start talking to an artist. Oh no. Oh no. Oh yes.
What have I done? Oh, that's great. So now, when you were deciding on what species to go with originally, because you landed on husky, how did that happen?
Oh, you're gonna love this. So it was like 2015 or 2014. I had just gotten a Fur Affinity account, and I'd been in the fandom for a little bit. Funny enough, I'd found the fandom through the Fur Affinity forums, and God, that place! Oh my God! So glad I don't like invest any more time or energy over there. But initially, I actually wanted to be a maned wolf. Like, because I love the Leggy
Oh,
boys. They're so adorable.
that they
But when
are.
I had commissioned an artist, I didn't know anything about like artist culture or just like a commissioning process or anything. That when I had DM'd an artist, it's like, hey, I want to do ref. I don't really know this whole process or anything, but I want a Sona. And they were like, okay, cool. What species? And instead of me just taking the time to be like, yes, oh yeah, I might have forgotten the name just now, but I'll just give it an hour and it'll come back to me and I'll say it. I absolutely freaked out and was just like, oh god, husky, just do husky, send note. Like legitimately was just like, okay, yeah, I'm just this now.
That's beautiful. Lovely to know that your Sona species was brought about by panic.
Oh yeah, oh no, 110%. It was just right there. I don't even know why I was freaking out, because it's not like I didn't like I knew I could have waited like an hour or two, but like in that moment, to this day, still don't know why I was freaking out. And I was like, default, I see a bunch of huskies online. I'm a husky now.
You know, that's definitely one of the stories I've heard. I love it. That's mwah,
It just works.
that's it just works. Now, that leads me into my next question. How did you find the furry fandom?
Oh, so, oh God. I think the God. So initially, I think it's like everyone, right? There's like you have like an awakening, and it's like holy. And mine was Star Fox.
Whoa,
Mine was Star Fox Adventures. I remember seeing
that's,
Crystal the Fox, was like, she's cute.
Star Fox is such a good game series, and people don't give it the credit it's due.
Right?
However,
It's so good.
and this
Ooh.
is my friend doesn't understand how this doesn't how it works. I don't
Hmm.
find Crystal attractive.
Blasphemy.
I know, but Wolf.
Yeah. No, no. See, like, I'm like in like the oh, I forgot what a triangle was for a second. But I'm like with the whole like Fox, Crystal, and Wolf. Like I'm like looking at all three and going, oh, hello. This is all great. This is all a beautiful time.
That's understandable. I get that. But no, I don't. I'm one of those weirdos that don't find Crystal attractive. Like it just to each their own. But hey,
No, yeah, no,
that
110%.
that's just a theory, a furry theory.
Wait, this is an Apple timer like intro. It's like
Oh my god, this is beautiful. Now
Oh.
I'm very curious. So you joined the fandom because what made you join the fandom?
Um, honestly, it was the people. The people were so nice, and like the initial group of people I met were like pretty like shitbaggy and like not really good people, and that's fine. Like that's the internet. Like you're gonna run across people that are assholes. And just let myself like I'm a firm believer, right? You don't let a small group of people ruin something that clearly like a majority of people love. So I was like, whatever, like I'll give it another shot. And I went, oh Lord, at the time funny enough, this was like early like Discord days, and I was just like, okay, well, I'm just gonna pop into random like furry Discord groups and just start making friends and kind of see what happens here. And like that, I love that, because that was really nice, because I got away from like the wider range of the internet, and and since it was more of a focused environment, it was really nice to be able to be like, oh yes, this furry thing, I am very much enjoying this. Look at my husky, he's adorable. He has blue eyes.
Lovely. I had a semi-similar experience. However, my story is much longer and older, but I really didn't get to make proper friends in the furry
Mhm.
community until the early days of Discord and Kick. Did you ever
Oh,
use Kick?
okay. I I remember Kick, because Kick is like are you talking about the
The Kick
messaging app?
Messenger, yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I had a group of friends. I think it was when I was in Korea, because they had a messaging app out there called Kakao that we used for like normal like day-to-day like duties and stuff like that. And then we used Kick as another one, because like people didn't want to give their Discords up, and I don't think really Discord was really too much of a thing at the time, because I don't remember if I had one at that time. Might have, but I just remember being like I remember we had decided to do that because there were people that were like I was there with that just didn't have like a mobile plan or anything. So they had a phone, but had no way to talk to people besides Cacao, and they didn't want to use that. So it was like, all right, if we all get kicked, then we'll be fine. But I remember all the weird things that were happening on that.
Oh God, that app was and still is a dumpster fire.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, I'm so
It's like
glad.
WhatsApp now. WhatsApp is
Yeah.
like nothing but people shooting you like, oh, join my crypto thing. Hello. Like, who are you? No, stop.
How long have you been in the fandom? How long have you been a furry?
Oh, shoot. Oh my god, almost 10 years. Next year, around like, oh lord, like August, like next year, that'll be about no, yeah, it'll be like right at 10 years because I
Oh,
joined. I
awesome.
think it was right around like 2015 is when I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna be a dog online, and then eventually upgraded to gay dog online.
Dog Online. What did you evolve to? Gay Dog Online.
Went from this to this.
Oh, oh, I love that. So I don't mean to brag. I don't mean to brag, but
Oh,
I've been a furry for over 20 years.
oh, shit. Oh, how is it like being a furry for that long, especially seeing all like the changes?
Oh, how the turns have tabled. So for me, because of the town that I grew up in and
Mhm.
how not okay any of this is, it was something that I had to keep hidden. So I watched from the shadows, but
Gotcha.
watching the feuds between the furries and the scalies, that was a thing.
Oh my god.
Watching that rise and fall um was beautiful. I read an article of how there was a furry convention and a group of scalies that were trying to do their own convention got mad and went and crashed the furries convention. And it was just like, what?
What? Yeah, no, 110%. That that sounds so alien to me. Like I've always have assumed that like scalies were just like it was just like dragon people or just like people that were reptiles in general were just like you know what? I'm not furry. I literally have no fur. Just call me a scaly. That makes so much more sense. They were just like, no, we're our own subset. Go get out of here.
Yeah.
Stop.
But for me, watching the furry fandom grow continuously, specifically through the content creation space, from YouTube, Twitch, and even and Twitter at the time, and Twitter, Tumblr, those were fantastic places for people to artists to post art and things like that. And watching that grow is amazing. And I found out what a furry was properly at the age of 11. That's when I, classify myself as being a furry is from 11 to current. And the thing about it is, there's a lot of furries out there that are like, no, kids shouldn't be furries, blah, blah, blah. I do not agree with that because there's a lot of wholesome, safe for work content creators out there that are furries, and plus with movies like Zootopia and stuff like that, they're more inclined to be like, oh, that's cool. I'm going to look this character up. And then they look up a character or something, supposing their safe search is on. Don't Google anything Zootopia related without a safe search.
Oh god. Oh god.
And then they see tags of furry, and then they're like, okay, well, what is this? And then they find out, they're like, oh, this is cool. And there's so many people doing these different things. and then they become a furry and they're 12, 13, 14 years old. That's fine as long as they and others around them are cautious about the content they consume in this community. Because this community
Oh,
is a large,
110%.
a very vast, lovely, and caring community, but we have a lot of our problems.
Yeah.
So I
there's
am,
there's a lot of degeneracy. I would say degeneracy, but you know what I'm saying. Like
yeah.
there's like I will always say that like I will 1,000,000% believe that like there should be some sort of separation, right, for from minors and adults, especially when it's like, especially now for how easy and accessible the internet is. Like, like VR chat recently did the age verification thing. Dog, love that. Like that
Yes.
like I remember seeing that, was like, oh my god, thank God. Like, I don't know how many times I've been into like a public world and someone just be weighing out, and I'm like, what are you doing? Like,
Oh yeah,
what are you doing?
I still have a huge problem with that. Like sometimes I'll go pop into a public world and there's just a bunch of kids. And the thing that I've noticed is I haven't got any kind of prompt to check the verification of my age. But that's probably because
Mhm.
of the amount of hours I've got in VR chat and so on and so forth. But I've also noticed that a lot of people posting online are saying that, with this age verification thing, I haven't got it. Other people have said they have, and I'm going to these public worlds and I'm still getting minors popping up everywhere. And it's a great thing. I feel like it needs to be refined a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, because I think right now what is it? They're doing a little test bed. I was doing a little research on it because of the funny, like, seeing the freakouts on Twitter. Just, which that was always fun. That's always fun to see, like, people like freaking shit about something that's, in my personal opinion, literally there to protect people. So like, I don't like kids at all. Like I am so happy I'm gay, because now I don't have to ever worry about ever having to spawn a crotch goblin, right? Like, very, very happy about that. But like I still believe that, like, you still, like, there's still the future, so it's like, still gotta protect that innocence. Like, the last thing like that ever needs to happen is like, just, oh my god, there's just so many bad people out there. You see it all the time, and oh god, it's such a weird topic. Like, I'm trying to, like, think about it, because I was like today I was watching, oh god, who was it? I was watching a content creator, and they made the joke. They were like, "Isn't it crazy you're growing up looking at your fursuit crush?" And they would have dated you, and I'm like, dog, that's so bad. That's
But
so bad. Like,
it's
it's
terrible.
so bad. I'm not gonna lie, I fell out of my chair. Like I was like, that's a dark ass joke, but shit.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Oh
crazy
man.
because I've watched the furry fandom, the community, because it started off as a fandom and it has become just a giant community. It's like we're all a giant
Oh yeah.
family, and I've watched it grow.
It's crazy.
I've watched it grow since the early 2000s, and it's a beautiful and terrifying thing. And no matter what anybody says, I don't know a single neurotypical furry. I think we're all just broken in the head.
Oh, I am so convinced that I have. I mean, I definitely have brain damage. I have fallen from a good height onto my head, but like, I'm very convinced too. Like, 110%. I don't know everyone who's normal in this fandom, and that's the best part. Keep it weird.
Yes, yes. The weirdos and the beardos, let's go. So, your VR chat model, right? I
Yes.
imagine that this is custom.
This one, it's not. Actually, this is a joke that I have been doing at cons recently. I've been doing this shtick where, like, I'll go around as like a divorced stepdad, and that's
Oh
like my
yes,
whole thing.
I remember his joke. Yes.
And so, like, that's the fit. Like, that's what I'm trying to go for right now. But I do have, because this is my normal boy. Um, is As soon as it loads, there we go. Is this boy? And this is 100%. This is all custom.
What?
Which one's mine? I
Unpacking.
gotta remember which I'm happy.
Unpacking. You are some very attractive triangles. There we go.
Thank you.
Oh, I love this. I love this so much.
Oh, thank you. This was my outfit for Luma Festival. That was the one that was like right before Silva.
Yes, the Luma Festival is actually how I found one of my best friends.
Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Yep.
Oh,
so
a
little,
so happy.
a little bit of backstory here. So my friend is an otter, and he's just so freaking adorable. And I know that when he watches this, because he you know who you are. He's gonna go. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get a message of how fucking dare you, because I called him cute. So, yeah. So you know, at the festival, where Whispers was playing, they had the rock levitating and Whispers was up there. Yeah, that was really fucking cool, by the way.
Oh yeah.
He was just sitting there on the edge of the cliff watching, and I stalked him for like 10 minutes before I worked up the courage to go over and say hi. Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's so adorable! Oh my god.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. But now I imagine that now you have art of your Sona. Is that anything close to what you have in VR chat?
Yeah, honest to God, so this is like the closest that like, oh my God, I just made Angie face. Sorry about that. This is like the closest that like my Sona would like look like. I need to go. I need to get an updated ref so bad. But yeah, this is a boy in all of his glory.
Adorable.
Oh, thank you.
You have a case of the Barbie.
Oh, I do. I'm just all smooth.
As smooth as your brain. So, on that note,
you gotta think fast, not accurate, right? Smooth. Good.
Exactly. It's like your saw gunner, right? So you load your LMG. It's 69 round burst.
Based. Very nice.
I said 6 to 9. Yeah, 69.
Yeah,
anyway,
absolutely 1,000,000%. 69 bursts. Listen, there's a reason why there's an assistant gunner. All right, I'm telling you right now. There's a reason why.
Do you have any art of your Sona that I could put up on screen for the viewers?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
You don't have to send it to me now. You can get it to me later. No worries.
Oh yeah, no, I got tons.
Oh, and now here's a question that I've been wanting to know for a long time now.
Ooh,
Do you, the Fister of Biscuits, have a fursuit?
I have a partial. I have a partial that it's of like my old design. So like it's it's so wild. I got him as soon as I had changed up the design too. So I was like, oh darn it! But like love it. Oh, it's a lemon brat, and they came through for me like so hard. Cause like I needed it rushed to me. Cause at the time it was like October or like. It was like August or October of 2019. I was getting ready to go to Europe for a little rotation, and I say a little rotation. We were gone for 9 months, and it's easier to call it a deployment. It's not a deployment, but that's just the easiest way for most people to understand it. But
right. I
needed it before I left, so that way, because I know my mom, and I know that she's gonna go through like all my shit, and I was like the last thing I want her to do is like pop this, this box open and go, oh, what is this? Oh, what? Biscuit, what is this?
Why is there a stuffed dog head in the box in your bedroom?
Is it like a sexual thing? I don't know.
Oh, it warms my heart. Do you have any do you have a picture of either the head or you wearing the head that I could
Oh.
share?
Oh, 1,000,000%. I got so many.
Yes. Also, you're the first person I've interviewed that has a fursuit of any kind, whether it be partial or
Hey,
full. So,
hell yeah.
dab.
No,
Now,
I feel like the best.
the best around.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I initially wasn't ever planning on getting a fursuit, but I was at this thing called JRTC, which this is gonna sound so much cooler than it actually is. It's laser tag war. Again, sounds so much cooler than it actually is. The lasers don't work. You're not getting enough like blanks for the lasers to work either. The enemy's constantly taking their batteries out, and you're just like sucking at life for like a good like 4 weeks. And so I was like just needing a dopamine hit, and I was just like I was going through Twitter like laying down in my in my sleeping bag. I was like, oh, I need a dopamine hit. Who's open for fursuits?
The most expensive dopamine hit of your life, I can imagine.
Oh, I mean, the good thing was, I mean, I was in the field for a month, so like, it didn't even like, I just essentially just had 2 paychecks just thrown to the side, so it didn't even like too much bother me. Like,
Well,
it was
hey.
just like perfect timing. Like the what do you call it? Like the stars align and the shining of lights, and next thing you know, dopamine, good.
That's beautiful. Now, I know.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to get closer, all you had to do was take a step. Oh, okay, fine. I'm sorry, I'm repugnant.
God, I'm sorry. These hips are lying now. I know I said earlier, but they're lying now.
Your hips,
What was that?
they lie to me.
They're just really happy to see you, I swear.
So, you're a content creator. What do you do?
Oh, so I primarily just stream. I do so oh god, it's so wild. I started off with this series. It was called the Shiba King. Now I wasn't part of the the idea behind it or anything. I was just a drunk boy getting into VR chat like 2018, 2019 time, and a Shiba avatar and running around and just being a goober with other people in Shiba avatars. And then like from there, it just kind of like, oh my god, for one, that like whole series exploded, and I started working with more people because they were like, "Oh, you're crazy. You got some crackhead energy. Like, you want to come, dude? You want to come and be part of this video?" I'm like, oh, "Okay, yeah, sure, why not?" And like, it's just like from there, just constant, just been like, "All right, things happen. This is great. I love it. If I get to make someone smile today, this is great. I'm all in."
You can't see it, but my cheeks are sore from the smiling on the headset.
Yes, that's good. I'm doing it. I'm winning. This is what I'm talking about. Yes.
I foresee it now, or I see it as this is my headcanon for you and getting into VR chat. Nothing can sway me, for I am a pious man. But sir, there's VR chat and Shiba Inus. The gooberism shall begin.
I mean, that's how, honest to God, like way back then, like that's, yeah, no, 110%. Like, it was just like, I have to get on. Oh, it's so wild. Cause like, initially it was this whole FOMO, like, of like, getting on to see all my friends, and then like when the Shiba stuff started, it was like something stupid is going to happen and I need to be there so that way I can say I was there. That stupid thing, I was there.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
No, I'm just a magician, but kind of gay a little bit. I don't know what gay a little bit means, but I'm all about it right now.
Watch me put this bottle in this hat. Poop. Oh no, someone help me. It's stuck in my hat.
Whoops.
Put the portal in the wrong place. So,
I used to do this trick. I had on my old model. I had a biscuit, and I initially got it to punch in a corner to try to start conversations with people, and then it turned into me being like, "You want to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make this biscuit disappear," and I'd take it and I'd fucking shove it up my stink star.
beautiful. I'm just imagining you in the corner just punching the shit out of this biscuit, and people are just walking by going, "Okay, little Timmy, this is the people that we stay away from." And just, why isn't it working? Where's the friends?
Why won't anyone talk to me? Son, come over here.
Now, before the next question, I have a personal question that I would like answered.
Okay.
Your name, the BiscuitFister. How? Why?
Okay, so no shit, there I was. Me and my buddies, we were in high school, and we were all possibly under the influence of marijuana, and we were very hungry and got a family meal deal from Popeyes.
Oh no.
My buddy, he grabs one of the biscuits, he opens it up, puts some jelly on it, puts the top of it back on, and then proceeds to punch the shit out of it. And I'm sitting on the couch just just big chillin', laid back, slumped up, and my buddy right next to me is just like, "Yo, quit fisting that biscuit!" And I was just like, "No, that's great. That's a great name."
Oh, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's not f***ing that. That's glorious. I love it. Do any of your friends or family, people that aren't associated or acquainted with the furry fandom, do they know that you're a furry?
Yeah. So my parents don't. My brother does. The army knows. Thanks to Frality. My unit. They know it all because of because of the amount of money we raise each year. I get to put that on my yearly evals for hey, what do you do extracurricular, on your own time outside of, what you do for the army, are you helping out do you help out with the community, local community or anything like that? And that's always a big one that I always put in there is hey, now do this weird thing on the internet. Now listen, we raise a lot of money for charity, okay? It's a lot of fun. Don't look into it. Don't ask what my name is.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
It's wild. My one of my old leaders, right before each charity auction. So I've been helping out with Frowdy since Frowdy Luma, which was, oh my god, I think that was 2021 or 2022. They would call me right before it, and they were a very high-ranking person, so I would always get I'd always be like, "Oh my god, why is this person calling me right now? I'm live in 10 minutes," and I'd instantly be like, "Hey, good luck. We're gonna be watching over here. Do the good." "Oh, okay, thanks. I'm gonna shit myself now. Thank you."
I broke my routine. I shat in both legs this morning instead of one at a time.
I had to rush it. They were counting down already. It was there or later. And I was prairie dogging, pucker factor 9, it was going.
Now, my last question before we go ahead and reach the end of the episode, do you have any advice or words of encouragement for people who are just now coming into the furry fandom or those who are thinking about joining the furry fandom?
Yeah, no, okay. So I have noticed such a huge decline in this is not even just a furry thing. It's just it's a everyone thing, and it's resiliency. So many people nowadays aren't really resilient, and a lot of times a lot of people think is that it's something that you just are, and that's complete bullshit. you can train yourself to be like resilient, and it's like super easy. I say it's super easy. It's it's not, because you have to beat the negativity bias, and the negativity bias is a bastard. But I will always say is that you should always be like hunting the good stuff and looking at things each day, no matter how small, no matter how big they are. But if it's a positive thing, you should reflect on that, because that will help you be a happier person. Because when you're constantly just looking at negatives and you're only focused on that, and that's all you're getting, like, that's the only thing that you're like taking in from the day to day, right? Like that only hurts you. It will not help you out, like mentally or in any way, right? Because like that's, oh my god. It's been like one of like my biggest things, like as of late, like I've looked at, at least like within the army, because when I always like to call it growing up in the army, right? But like when I had joined to now, there used to be this big program, which was just, it was called MRT, Master Resilience Training, and it's something that like I like very much fell in love with, because I was like, oh wow, like I didn't know that, if I just not think happy, right, but reflect on happy and surround myself with people that are happy, it will make me happy. It's not a, it's oh god, resiliency. It's extremely important, and it's a skill that you can learn, and it's not a skill that you just have. You become resilient over time. You aren't just born resilient. That's the big one. Okay, my brain is smooth. It thinks very fast, but never accurate.
As I like to say, my brain is big and round like sun, but smooth like waxed glass.
Yes. It's wild. Like I plan on, for the next Friday, I'm trying to get a panel together for it, and I'm gonna talk about it, talk about resiliency. I've been wanting to do it for the past about 2.5 years. I've been wanting to do it, but every time that I get the opportunity for like the army to train me on it, something pops up along the lines of like some kind of a duty will show up, and it's like, hey, this is more important than that. Like, unfortunately, you have to go do this. You can't go do that. So I'm really hoping at the beginning of next year that I can actually get this like class done. So that way I'm not just talking out my ass, and like at least I can say I was trained in a way to be able to like brief it, because I find it extremely important, like, especially nowadays. You don't really see a lot of people that like will just like, I don't know. You just kind of see them like they're kind of like an egg. You have like a rubber ball, right? You always want to be the rubber ball that'll bounce back from something bad happening. And a lot of people just smash on the ground like the egg and just shatter. And like, instead of like just, all right, hold on, let's breathe, relax. All right, let's pick ourselves back up. Instead, it's just like, I'm here now. This is what life is. And it's like, oh no, Bubba, no, don't do that. No.
Yep.
You gotta be that ball.
You gotta be the ball. You may fall a few times, but you can always bounce back up.
Mm-hmm. Always. So important.
All right, well,
Aw.
with that, Mr. BiscuitFister, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope everyone watching has enjoyed, and hopefully we'll get to do something like this again in the future. Until then,
Hell yeah.
I'll see you folks next week, and remember, have a good day, drink your water, take your medication, and sleep. No, we don't need none of that. No. Oh, I'm broken. All right, bye, everyone.